Oh, and it's working. We're on, everyone. I'm really sorry that technical difficulties there. I'm just going to wait and see if everybody's on. Do you yet? At the moment, there's no viewers, so there's not a lot of point in me saying anything, but we are live, so we're going to keep it on. Yeah, tell them it's working and get Mrs. Levette for me. We've got 2 viewers. That's good, guys. We seem to be working a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna see what it looks like. It's a bit buggy. Okay. You've got the live there, live chat. Right, let's crack straight on then, everyone. We are going to start by looking at we're going to start and look at some division today. We're going to go through. We're going to start with a quick starter. I'm going to try and make it so that you can see as much as possible on the screen, but we'll go through it anyway and see. So, those of you in the room, everything down, please. Pay attention, looking this way. Those of you at home, join in where you can. We're just going to do some straightforward multiplication to start with. So, 10 times 3.
30.
6 times 3.
18.
1 times 11.
11.
2 times 11.
22.
11 times 11.
21.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. 1 times 7.
7.
5 times 3.
15.
9 times 7.
63.
9 times 7?
63.
You sure?
Yeah.
We weren't sure. People were. Okay. 7 times 5.
35.
7 times 7.
49.
7 times 9.
63.
63. Let's make sure we get it right. Does it matter whether we do 9 times 7 or 7 times 9?
No.
No. Absolutely. We can do it either way around. Doesn't matter. 10 times 5.
50.
8 times 1.
8.
10 times 1.
10.
5 times 7.
35.
6 times 5.
30.
3 times 8.
24.
8 times 11.
88.
9 times 1.
9.
9 times 3.
27.
3 times 10.
30.
9 times 9.
81.
I need you to answer a little bit louder, guys. 4 times 7.
28.
8 times 7.
56.
11 times 9.
99.
6 times 8.
48.
6 times 11.
66.
10 times 7.
70.
10 times 9.
90.
10 times 11.
110.
Good. 110. Good. So we're just warming up our brains a little bit with that multiplication, because we're going to use our multiplication to help us with today's lesson. Okay, so if I'm just going to move it over. Okay, our lesson today is to do with dividing. Okay, and we're going to divide using the formal written method, and by that I'm going to use the bus stop. So writing out the calculations using the short division method, we're going to divide the first digit in the dividend by the divisor. We're going to carry the remainders onto the next digit of the dividend. Repeat the process for the remaining digits. Express the remainders as decimals, and we'll go on to that because that can be where it gets a little bit more confusing. Okay, hopefully with us at home. I know this might not be that clear, but in a minute I'm going to work on the flip chart and hopefully you'll be able to see that nice and clearly. Okay. Our first question. The first thing I'm going to do is we're going to just move around the room a little bit. What are the steps for division? What's the language that we give you a couple of seconds to have a think whether you've got an answer for any of these answer. Okay. So have a little think about go on then. What can you tell me about division?
In division, there's 2 types of way of calculating. Is long division or short division.
Good. Okay, excellent. We can use long division or short. Okay? Sort of. Yeah, we're going to start on one side, don't we, and work our way across. Absolutely. Rana. Good. The divisor is the number you're dividing by. We're going to look at that language a little bit more closely in a minute. Majid?
Like you use words like halving and like how many or
Yeah, how many groups of? Maybe a little bit like multiplication. Yeah, there's a link there. Good. Olivia?
Dividing is like dividing parts of something. It's a part of the number.
Good. It's part of something. So either part of a group or part of a number can be. Absolutely. Bruce?
We can use our fractions to help us.
Good. Fractions, multiplication tables, we definitely need those. Destiny? Okay, usually when we're using whole numbers, when we divide our number is getting smaller, you're into different pieces. Belina?
You need to know the times.
Good. You absolutely need to know your times tables. You're absolutely right. So we've already got quite a good idea about division, and we've already got quite a few things we can draw on to help us when we're doing our dividing. Okay, so that's really, really good. Well done, everyone. Let's have a look at the language quickly. Okay, so it's important that we use the correct language when we're doing our maths. Okay, and we use the correct vocabulary for the correct numbers in this case. Okay, so we've got what is the dividend, what is the divisor, what is the quotient. Can you quickly, there's a little clue on the board there to help you as well. Can you quickly turn around, have a talk to the person, have a talk to your partner. Remember, you're not moving too close, guys. Just enough so that you can hear each other. Have a quick chat about that language. Where are we going to put it? How does it fit in with our division question? Why is it important for us to know? Okay. Have a quick chat to your partner. You can go. Those of you at home, if you've got someone you can talk to, then that's amazing. Then have a chat with the person at home. If you're not, haven't got anyone at home to have a chat to, you can use the live chat feature. Talk to us. I've got Mrs. Levette at the back keeping an eye on the live chat. She'll let me know if anyone comes up with any questions. If you've got any questions, pop it on the live chat and I'll try and answer it as we're going through. We're not going to do too long a lesson today, especially because we've had some technical difficulties getting started. But we're going to go through the sort of main points of short division, and then hopefully that'll help you when you're doing any of your maths work later on. Okay, guys, that should have been enough time for you to have a talk about the language there. So what is this language? Talk to me about what each of these things mean. What do we know about this language? Ryan, tell me one.
The dividend is the number you're dividing.
Good. So the dividend is the number you're dividing. So just like it shows us down here, hopefully you can see that at home as well. The dividend is the one that goes inside the bus stop. Okay, so the dividend is the large number that we put inside the bus stop. And hopefully that will then help you work out the other answers. What is the divisor then? What is the divisor?
The number outside the bus stop that tells you what you're dividing the dividend by.
Good. The number outside of the bus stop that tells you what you're dividing your dividend by. Good. So that number is the one that you are going to be dividing into the dividend each time. And what is the quotient then, Paulina? The answer. Good. And that goes on top of the bus stop. Okay. So our dividend goes inside, our divisor goes outside, and our quotient goes on top. Excellent. Right. Let's have a look then. Again, I want you to have a talk to your partner very quickly. I've got a calculation on the board here. I'm not sure that everyone at home can see it. I might have to write it up for you. What are the steps to solving this? So I've got 4,652 divided by 4. Can you have a quick talk to your partner? How would you start? What steps would you take? How would you know you got to the end? Have that conversation, please.
So I would be 44.
And I would do
I would do like
how much
short
time
division.
four goes to four, and then 3 times everything makes. Then you do 4 into 6 with the exercise. Then this is the leader, which is going to be 4 into 25, which is going to be 25.
So 4 into 4 goes 1.
Excellent.
And then 4 into 6 goes 1. And then 2 goes 25. 4 into 25 goes
Okay, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope you've all had enough time at home to have a little think about the steps. We're going to talk through it now. I'm not sure how much you can see what I'm putting on the flip chart, so I'm going to try and move this forward a little bit to make it a little bit easier for you to see. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Can you see what's on the flip chart? No. Okay. Okay, I'm going to talk it through anyway, so hopefully that will help. So, if we are going to do 4,652 divided by 4, about doing that. Paulina, what would I do first?
So you would look at the 4, the 4 is inside the box. And then you would think that how many 4s go into 4, which is 1.
Good. Okay, so I'm thinking about how many times this number can go into this number. So I'm working from outside the bus stop to inside the bus stop. So I'm going to start by thinking, okay, 4 into 4. How many times does 4 go into 4? And absolutely, as Paulina said, our answer is 1. So I'm going to put that 1 up above there. Okay? And then I'm going to go to 4s. What am I going to do next? 4s into Destiny?
6.
Good. I'm going to think 4, 1, remainder 2. Good. So I can put 1, 4 in 6. So that gives me another 1 at the top. And then I've got 2 left over. Where do I put that 2? Where would I put that 2? Jaden?
I'll put 2 other small number at the top left of the 4 and 5.
Good. I'm going to exchange it over on it. That remainder goes into the next column. This is the only operation where we work from left to right. Usually when we're adding, when we're subtracting, when we're multiplying, we would always start with our 1s digit and we would move this way. Dividing is the only one where we start with our largest digit, we start with our thousands column and we move to the right. So this time I'm going to put a little 2 just up above that 5 there. Okay, just up above the 5. So 4's now into 25. How many 4's in 25?
7 into 1.
Good. 7, which gives us
6.
6. So 6 4s give me 24 up here. There goes the 6. And we've got a 1 left over. And then 4 into what to finish? 12. Good. 4 into 12 goes 3. And our answer is 1,163. Excellent. Okay, well done, Jacob at home. And Mrs. Lewis told me that you put that up, so well done. Good answer. Okay. We need to think about what to do though when our numbers don't. Bit more complicated. I'm just going to move this over here so you can see the screen over that way for a minute, and then we are going to look at another example. Oh, this is one for you to do before we go on. So have a go at this one, guys, in your arithmetic books, please. So have a go at this one. We're going to do 8,576 divided by 4. So for those of you at home, 8,576 divided by 4. And I'll just bring that camera up so that you can have a look. Though I think it's backwards anyway. 8,576 divided by 4. Okay. Just give you a couple more seconds to go through that. Remember, work from left to right, thinking about how many 4s go into each of the digits that make up that number. Excuse me. Okay, is everyone ready to go through? Yeah. Okay, let's talk this one through then. So, first step, I'm going to think how many 4s go into 8. How many 4s go into 8? 2. And my 2 goes at the top to start my quotient. Okay, then I'm going to think, okay, how many 4s in 5? 1, absolutely. And I've got 1 left over, so it's going to go into that next column to make that a 17. So 4 into 17 goes 4. Excellent. With how many left over? 1. Good. And you need to think about that carefully. How many have you got left over? How many have you got once you've put all your 4s in? And then how is that going to work for your remainder? And then 4s into 16. 4. Lovely. So 2,144. Jacob and Emmanuel. Excellent. Well done at home. If you are learning along with us today, it's excellent. Okay. We're going to move on to the next question. I'm going to divide into get this. I would go 6 into 8 is 1 remainder 2. 6 into 25 is 4 remainder 1. 6 into 14 is 2 remainder 2. 6 into 20, I've put it in the top and the bottom. I've put it as part of the dividend and as part of the quotient. Okay, and then I'm going to put my remainder there as I would. Okay, but I know that this is a whole number, and if I write a whole number as a decimal, I could put the zeros there. So if I include that 0 just there, I've now got 6 into 30. Yeah, and 6 into 30 is 5. So that gives me a 0.5. Okay, and we can do that with any number that we're dividing where we get a remainder at the end. Okay, so we can use this method to help us to find the decimal every time. Okay, so instead of what we would have done previously, we're now going to think about using our mathematical knowledge to help us write it as a decimal. Okay, to help us write it as a decimal. So every time you get to the end now, we can put the decimal point in, we can put our remainder over, we can put our 0 in place, and then we can continue to divide. Okay, and that continuing to divide is going to help us get to our decimal points, decimal places. Okay, is everybody okay with that? Yeah, hopefully you're managing to follow along at home. I know it's a bit difficult to see what I'm writing up here, but hopefully you are managing to follow along from what I'm saying. And it looks from some of our chat and from some of the correct answers that everybody is managing to keep up. So well done, everybody at home. Okay, we're going to look at another example now. And I'm going to show you what someone else has done here. So Tilly did this calculation, okay, and she said she's made a mistake somewhere. Okay, we're going to do a little error here. Yeah, we need to see if we can find where she's gone wrong. I'm going to write it out on the flip. We're going to see if we can spot her error. So, here we go. We have got 5. We're going to divide it by 14. I'm going to write it up with her answer first of all. Like that. And then I'm going to write it out again. So that we can go through it. Okay, does anyone think they've managed to spot her error? Yeah, a couple of you? Good. Reese, where do you think she's gone wrong?
When she done 14 divided by, I think it was 72, and she carried the 4 instead of the 2.
Okay, so Reese is saying that there's an issue here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Reese is telling me there's an issue here. Is that right? Yeah, you're saying that's where the error is. Okay. And what he's saying is that she's carried over the wrong remainder. Okay, she's carried over the wrong remainder here. Because what she's done is she's gone 14 into 72 goes 5. Because remember, if you do 14 into 7, you can't do it. You then use both digits. So then we start to consider 14 into 72, like that. Okay. When she does 14 into 72, she's correct at the top here in the quotient that she's got 5. But she said that there's a remainder of 4. She said there's a remainder of 4. Is there a remainder of 4? No, there is a remainder of 2. There is a remainder of 2. Right, then get one. That's fine. Okay, she's got a remainder of 2. So if we then go to do this calculation, we go 14 into 7. We know that's a 0. I'm not going to worry about putting it up there because we know it already. 14 into 72, we agree is 5. But we think there's a remainder of 2. Now that changes our calculation. Now we've changed that remainder. That's going to change our calculation. So now we're doing 14 into 26. 14 into 26? 1. How many left over? 12 left over. Then we're doing 14 into 125.
8 remainder 13.
8 remainder 13. They cut. Okay. So 8 remainder 13. So 14 into 125 gives me 8. And what's my left over?
13.
Okay, so now I'm going to extend. Decimal point. 13. My 0. 14 into 130. It's going to give us what? 9?
Yeah, 9.
9 exactly?
No,
9 with what?
9 remainder. No, yeah,
9 remainder. 9 remainder what, guys? What do we get? So 14. Yeah, so 10 times 14 is 140. So, okay, so 140, knock 14 off. 130, 136. 126, the remainder is 4. Yeah, the remainder is 4. Reese is absolutely right. 14 into 40. So,
3.
no, 3 would give us 42, wouldn't it? So, it would give us 2 with 12 left over. Into 14 into 120. We talked about already here, didn't we? So it's 8. 8 remainder 8, and it would go on, and we'd just carry it on. Okay, but it would be 100. Our answer would give us 518 remainder. Okay, so 518. So we know that her calculation is wrong because she has used the wrong number as a remainder. Okay, she's used the wrong number as a remainder. Okay, we haven't managed to get through a whole lesson because of our connection problems. Okay, but I hope going through some of these questions, I'll try and do another division lesson maybe next week and put it up on the YouTube channel for you to follow. Thank you to those of you that tuned in this morning and bear with me while I dealt with the connection problems. Thank you to those of you in class who have been working through this with me this morning and had to be very patient while we dealt with the connection problems. And hopefully we'll be able to do this again soon. So thank you to everybody watching. Thank you to everybody here. And I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.